Yeah, I just want to do a quick review on the C&G holster. This is for the Springfield Prodigy 4 1/4. Very good holster. I believe these guys are, I think they're in Pennsylvania. I actually have seen them around in some gun shops close to where I live, actually. And at first, when I saw them, I thought maybe it was just some, generic stuff. But then I found their website, and I figured I'd give them a shot because it wasn't the easiest finding an inside the waistband holster for the 4 1/4 Prodigy whenever I looked. And actually, I'm not disappointed. I got one from Mighty River Tactical, which wasn't bad. It had a lot of play in it inside, more than I really cared for. It's still a decent holster, but I do prefer this one for the Prodigy specifically. I did get the Alpha upgrade, which is what they call it. This is their wing right here, which is a little different of a design from your normal wing that you see. Like, this is the Vetter right there. It has the teeth, but it's flush. It doesn't work like like a flight of steps. Let me see if I can get, this is actually the holding it the wrong way. This is the Muddy River wing right there. Actually, that might not be the Muddy River one. I can't remember if that was from Muddy River. That might have been an extra wing I had, actually, now that I think about it. So don't quote me on that one. But most of the wings all look like that. They don't have like this step, which I think is an interesting design, and it may help a little bit. How much, I couldn't tell you. But nice holster. Overall, out of the bag, it was already perfect retention. You do get that click that everyone likes right there, as you can hear it. And if you're wondering, we are empty. But yeah, nice positive click. You have a pretty high sweat guard right here. It is cut for an optic. I believe they are all cut for optics. If I recall correctly, there wasn't an option for it. I think they just all cut for it. I did have a Holosun 507K on here, but I had issues with it. So at the moment, that's why you don't see an optic on here, because the plate kept coming off. So I took it off for now. But that's another video for another time. But it is cut for an optic right here. So, and it seems like they give a fairly generous amount of space there. So that's something. This was the quick ship option, which they do offer for a variety of firearms. They ship within 3-4 days. I can't remember specifically. They start out at $60, black only for quick ship options. And they have the Alpha upgrade, which is another $20, which would come with the wing. And it comes with the dual clips, which I don't have on here because they were unavailable at the time of shipping. And they sent them later on to me, which they're right here. And they shipped them to me later on, free of charge, of course, since they were supposed to be shipped with the original they were supposed to be, shipped with the holster originally to begin with. But, so I kind of got like an extra clip out of it. But honestly, I like the solid clips anyways. So I'm probably going to leave that on her, at least for now anyways, because I have carried this a couple of times. Not many, like 2 or 3 times, because it's hot as hell out here to be carrying a firearm quite this size. I can do it, but it's a little heavier and a little harder to conceal when you're trying to wear lighter clothes, as I'm sure most of you know. But it was comfortable. It wasn't digging into me. I'm just completely concealing it up here still with just like a basic shirt on. Just maybe a little bit of printing up here, but like I'm not wearing anything but like a normal t-shirt. So but even then it was still minimal printing with just a regular t-shirt on. But it was comfortable, and I do plan to carry the Prodigy in the fall and winter. I might rotate it. I did order a Echelon, which I might also consider rotating when it gets cooler out as well. I haven't gotten it yet, but we'll see. That's another video, of course. But yeah, C&G holsters, I recommend them. This is a good solid holster. They ship quick if you don't care about color. But you can customize it further. Like I said, they start at $60, and you can go as high as 80 with the Alpha upgrade for the quick ship option. Then, of course, like I said, you can always completely customize it if you're not in a hurry to get it. And honestly, I like the black anyway. So, and one more thing I want to point out, we're here real quick, is they do offer, if I can find it, here it is right in front of me, these little mag holders, and they're 25 bucks if you're wondering. And they have their own clip, which is more or less similar to the one on the back of the holster. Everything made in the USA, C&G, they got the logo on there. And it was perfect. I didn't even have to do any adjusting on the tension. It was just perfect. Like, it's just, everything was perfect set up from C&G. Like, I didn't adjust any tension on this. You know, your mileage may vary, but everything was already perfect. These are 25 bucks. If you decide to add one of these to your order, which you can. I do believe when you first sign up, you can get a 10% off code. So keep that in mind as well. If you do decide to go with C&G for a Prodigy inside the waistband holster, but they offer outside the waistband as well. So if you have any questions further, you know, put them down in the comment sections. I will get to them as soon as I can. Failing to do that on camera. But yeah, there are plenty of good holster companies out there, you know, Tier 1, Vetter, Muddy River Tactical, you know, was it QVO, Tenacore. And not all of them always have holsters for firearms that we're looking for. I know not all those companies have a Prodigy holster. And this, honestly, I got this in a Muddy River Tactical one. And I prefer this one over the Muddy River Tactical one for this specific firearm, of course. It seemed a little bit more better fitted, I guess, to the firearm is how I would put it. This is my Muddy River Tactical one that I did get, which I do like it, but I do prefer this one a little bit more. And I do think that this claw is an interesting design. It may offer maybe some super minor improvements over some of the more run-of-the-mill claws, but that could just be me. Not a big deal either way, but I do recommend a claw, especially for a bigger firearm like this. So again, yeah, I think that's everything. It's just another good option, another option for anyone looking for a holster. There's already plenty of companies out there, and C&G Holsters is just one more to add to your list if you have never heard of them. And honestly, I was kind of unaware of them until recently myself, so I just wanted to put out a quick video to point these guys out because they make a good product. So again, any questions, put them in the comment section and I'll get to it when I can. Thanks, and have a good weekend.